Hi, welcome to Whispers from the North. I'm Storm, and tonight my candle's lit for the stories left in the dark. Tonight I want to talk to you about a case that's been echoing in Canadian true crime circles for nearly 4 decades. It's one of those stories where everything seems normal, like just another summer morning, until suddenly it's not. It's the story of Nicole Morin. Nicole was 8 years old when she vanished from the apartment building where she lived in Etobicoke, a suburb of Toronto. This happened in 1985. She was sweet, active, confident. People described her as having a bright personality. She loved to write notes to her parents, enjoyed reading, and she loved to swim. She was also independent in a way that a lot of city kids are. Smart, aware, and to her parents' knowledge, not someone who would ever run off on her own. It was July 30th, a Tuesday, and it was hot out. One of those summer days where the air feels thick and kids are itching to get to the pool. Her mom, Jeanette, was working from home in their 20th floor apartment. She was the superintendent of the building, so she had duties around the complex, but she was generally nearby. That morning, Nicole seemed like her usual self. She had breakfast, talked with her mom, got ready for the pool. She packed a little bag with her swimsuit, a towel, suntan lotion. She even wrote a short note and left it in the apartment. It read, "I'm going to the pool." Just a simple sentence that makes what followed feel even heavier. Sometime around 10:30 in the morning, Nicole buzzed her friend from the intercom in the lobby and said she'd meet her downstairs. Her friend waited and waited, but Nicole never showed up. That's where things begin to shift. Now you might be wondering, how long did it take for anyone to notice she was missing? And that's part of what makes this case so complex. Nicole's mom assumed she'd gone swimming and didn't immediately worry. After all, Nicole was old enough to go to the pool on her own, and she'd done it before. It wasn't until later that afternoon, around 3 o'clock, that Jeanette started to get worried. She checked the pool. Nicole wasn't there. She checked with her friend, and that's when she realized Nicole had never made it downstairs at all. That's when she called the police. The search began that same day, and it was huge. Police officers canvassed the entire apartment building, over 400 units. They went door to door, they searched elevators, stairwells, balconies, the roof, the underground garage, the swimming pool, anywhere a child might hide or be hidden. But there was no sign of Nicole. And here's where it gets chilling. No one saw anything. Not a neighbor, not another resident, not a passerby on the street. No one remembers seeing Nicole in the elevator. No one saw her leave the apartment. She just disappeared. In broad daylight, in a busy apartment building, in a city filled with people, and no one noticed. Police checked security cameras, but this was the mid-'80s. Surveillance footage wasn't what it is today. Many buildings had limited cameras, and they were often low resolution or didn't record continuously. So even if there was a camera near the elevator or lobby, it may not have captured anything useful. In the days and weeks that followed, the search expanded well beyond the apartment building. Police searched nearby parks, ravines, storm drains. They brought in divers, they used helicopters and canine units. Hundreds of volunteers joined the effort. Flyers with Nicole's photo were posted all over the greater Toronto area. The media covered it extensively, but nothing turned up. No clothing, no bag, no footprints, no credible witnesses, just nothing. Let's pause for a moment here and think about that. A child disappears from inside a building full of people, residents, workers, guests, and not a single solid clue emerges. That's part of why Nicole's case has stayed with so many people. It's not just that she went missing, it's how she went missing. Quietly, instantly, almost like a ghost. Naturally, police looked into the people closest to her. Her parents were separated, but both were cooperative. Nicole lived full-time with her mom, but she visited her dad, Art, regularly. There were no custody issues, no history of violence. Both parents were devastated. They took polygraph tests and were ruled out as suspects. Police looked into the residents in the building, people with criminal histories or suspicious behavior. Again, nothing that was used to break the case. There were theories, of course. Some people believed Nicole had been lured by someone she trusted, that maybe it was a neighbor or someone who offered her something, candy, a ride, a chance to see a cute pet, the kind of lure that preys on a child's innocence. But if that happened, it left no trail. There were a few tips and possible sightings over the years. Someone who claimed to have seen a girl matching Nicole's description at a motel. Others said she may have been taken across the border, but nothing was ever verified. The leads dried up and the trail went cold. For Nicole's family, life never went back to normal. Her mother, Jeanette, passed away in 2007, having spent the rest of her life waiting for answers that never came. Her father, Art, is still alive, and he's spoken publicly many times about how he holds on to hope. He said that not knowing is the worst part, that even the truth, no matter how painful, would be better than silence. In 2020, on the 35th anniversary of Nicole's disappearance, Toronto police released an age-progressed photo of what she might look like today. She'd be in her 40s, maybe with children of her own, maybe living a quiet life somewhere. That photo was a reminder that there's still a chance, however slim, that Nicole could be alive. That someone out there might see the image and recognize something. A face, a memory, a detail long buried. This is why we keep telling these stories. Because someone always knows something. Sometimes it's just a matter of time and of keeping the light on long enough for them to come forward. So tonight, as we sit together and reflect on Nicole's story, I just want to say, don't underestimate the power of sharing. Talk about these cases, bring them up. You never know who might hear something that clicks. A person who lived in that building in 1985, a neighbor, a former tenant, someone who saw a little girl in the hallway and didn't think twice. Nicole deserves answers. Her family deserves peace. And this community can keep that candle burning. Thank you for being here tonight. I'll see you soon. Until then, stay safe, stay curious, and keep your candle burning bright.